Hello, my name is John D. Rockefeller, and I'm here to tell you the story of my life. You know, many people often say to me, John D. Rockefeller, when was your first business opportunity? Well, when I was 12, I earned $50 by taking care of and selling some turkeys my mother gave me. Later, I loaned a farmer $50 with a 7% interest rate payable in 1 year. Yes, I was a genius even then. Skipping ahead some, as you probably know, I got filthy rich in the oil business, leader of the Standard Oil Trust at age 45. But let's back up a little. My first job was working as an assistant bookkeeper at Hewitt & Tuttle. I earned about 50 cents a day and always gave as much as I could to charity. But charity is injurious unless it helps the recipient to become independent of it. That means, if it's not teaching them how to become independent of charity, it actually hurts the receiver. This relates to environments because it is my responsibility to ensure a better environment for those who are less fortunate than I. On March 1st, 1858, I went into business for myself with my neighbor, Maurice Clark. We established Clark and Rockefeller. I think my name should have been first, but, you know, it's cool. We were commission merchants who worked with grain, hay, meats, and some other things. After the first year, our company had grossed $450,000. Imagine that. During the Civil War, business grew hugely when the price of grain went up, and so did the commission. However, in the early 1860s, I realized the commission merchant business would be short-lived, what with all the new railroads and the position of Cleveland, blah blah blah. But like I always say, if you want to succeed, you should strike out on new paths, rather than travel the worn paths of accepting success. That means you should try new things instead of continuing on with what the person ahead of you has already done. You know, I think this also relates to one of those IB things. You see, by deciding to try new ideas, I'm affecting my personal environment and making it a better place. In conclusion, I decided to exploit a resource that had a little more potential. Oil. Well, I got into the oil refining business, and the first thing I noticed was about 10% of each barrel was just wasted. I was abhorred by waste, so I decided that if you just paid attention to detail, you could eliminate it. And of course I was right. By the February of 1865, I bought out my old business partner, Maurice Clark, and I started working with my brother William. In 1867, I started Rockefeller, Andrews, and Flagler. Those were two of my friends. By 1868, 1 year, it was the largest oil refiner in the world. Now, in 1867, along with William, my brother, Henry Flagler, Samuel Andrews, Stephen Harkness, and O.B. Jennings, we started the Standard Oil Company. Well, I saw the small businesses stopped the free market system for us bigger ones, so I drove the prices below production cost, thus destroying the small businesses. Okay, technically I was creating a monopoly. Anyway, the Standard expanded and became the Standard Oil Trust in 1882. And from what I remember, it basically let us be major stockholders for all of the large oil companies. But it was extremely redundant because we were already in charge of them. In 1891, I had a nervous breakdown. I lost all my hair, including my eyebrows. And I finally retired in 1897. Then I became a large philanthropist. I founded the University of Chicago, Rockefeller University, and the General Education Board in 1903. The Rockefeller Foundation was officially established in 1913. In 1909, I established the Rockefeller Sanitary Commission. This was responsible for stopping hookworm in the South by 1927. If I had to choose one IB learner profile that best described me, I think I would choose risk taker. You see, I started many new things that had never been done before, and I did these things with confidence. A perfect example is the Standard Oil Trust. You know, actually, the 21st century skill social responsibility also applies to the Standard Oil Trust. Well, when I made the Standard Oil Company and the Standard Oil Trust, I did it to unite the oil industry, and I brought the market closer together. That is a very good example. And I found one person can make a difference. The date is May 23rd, 1937. Goodbye.